Hey guys, this is Shankz here, bringing you a full game replay commentary on Tyrael. And I picked this game to show you guys because this game really showcases the strengths of Tyrael in this meta. So let me get this replay started, and let's talk about the team comps and why I picked Tyrael. This is actually a solo queue game, and no one is on a party with anyone else, so I was actually surprised by how great the communication was, as you'll see later in the chat. I picked Tyrael this game because we had already locked in Jaina and Kel'Thas by the time I was picking, and I knew that with my heroic ability Judgment, I'd be able to lock down a target on their team really quickly, and Jaina and Kel'Thas just has so much burst damage that that carry will die instantly. And if you look at their team comp, they're running a Nubarak Muradin, which is a double warrior composition. So if I just lock down one of their carries real fast, Sylvanas or Kerrigan, we'll be able to win the team fight because they won't have enough damage to fight the rest of the team fight with double warrior. So in the beginning of this game, Kel'Thas actually calls, watch for Kerrigan roam comp, never overextend unless you can see them. Which is really smart because if you look at their team, they have Anubarak, Muradin, and Kerrigan, which is a lot of initiation, and they're probably going to roam a lot early game, like right here, where they almost get the Vala, but Vala has a tumble, so it's okay. But I actually overextend here accidentally because I got baited by the scouting drone, and I saw them all bottom, so I shouldn't have done that, but they all show up here. I get to blink out with my Aldruin's Might, but Uther doesn't have an innate escape. So I try to use my smite to speed him up and my righteousness to shield him, but he goes down anyway, and we trade bad early. Vala comes up, goes pretty ham for the Anubarak, but we don't get Anubarak. Vala backs off, Muradin goes super ham, and Vala's like, I'm gonna get this guy. And he comes into the bush and just gets blown up. So Kel'Thas comes up as well. We try to get this crazy team fight early game. But Kel'Thas comes up, we don't get anything out of it. Overall, 1-for-2 trade, not the best for us. And they get both shrines, so I use my Aldruin's Might to cancel him once, and he tries to cap again. I blink over to cancel him another time. Just enough time so that we could stall off that bottom shrine right there. And so, look at my mana right now. I don't have a lot of mana because I've been using my spells a lot, and Tyrael's actually really mana intensive, so shouldn't be spamming spells that much. And see, their roam comes in. I almost die here again, but I use righteousness to shield myself. Aldruin's Might right there. Walk down, and as soon as they back off, I blink back. They stayed here thinking that I would blink to it immediately and try to kill me there, but you know, you can play mind games like that with Aldruin's Might. Let's talk about some talent choices. I actually picked Regen Master level 1 and Amplify Healing level 4 because I'm the only tank on this team. So I have to be as tanky as possible. And bottom lane goes for a 1-for-1 trade, so I knew I could trade with Anubarak without danger of anyone else coming. And so you saw during that trade I use Righteousness to shield myself and Smite to do damage. I don't use Aldruin's Might during trades because it uses a lot of mana. And Vala gets CC'd over here, but they can't get anything out of it because I just chunked Anubarak during that previous trade. And Tyrael's trades fairly well because of the shield from Righteousness. And dodge Kerrigan's combo here. Nothing happens. They all roam top. I should have caught that earlier. Tiop. Should have caught that earlier. But Uther dies, and I try to come back since they're so far up, and I see Jaina coming. We get behind this Muradin, and we have a lot of slows between Jaina's spells and my Aldruin's Might, so we actually catch up to Muradin and finish him off. I come back mid, and Kerrigan shows up in the bush. Nothing really happens. I clear those minions, and I kind of walk back. I'm out of mana, so I'm just going to go tap the healing will real quick, get some mana back. We get top back after that fight, but since we sent 4 people top, they actually regained bottom. So, no Dragonite just yet. Oh, I ping Muradin going bottom, and I caught it in chat. So Muradin shows up bottom, and I'm like, oh, I can just go down and help them out. So I come down, I throw in my drone smite, but try to get behind them, and we don't really get any kills out of this. We get some damage on them though, and we push them off the shrine, which is really good for us. So even though we didn't trade any kills, we regained map control on this bottom side, and they're able to push the lane out. And Jaina gets top. We attempt to get the Dragonite while all this is happening. So I come up and use all my spells. I try to chase down Kerrigan, but they actually body blocked really well, so I couldn't do it. But Sylvanas was pretty out of position, so she tried to use her escape ability to engage because she didn't want us to Dragonite, but it caused her death. So we get to push this lane back out and regain this Dragonite control. But while this is happening, they're getting their shrines back. They got top back, and Kael'thas is actually fighting with Muradin over bottom. Or not Muradin, Malfurion. But I stayed mid because I didn't. If that team fight, if we had lost that team fight, then they could have Dragonited us, and that would have been bad. So I decided to stay mid to avoid that. And so for level 7 that I hit a while ago, I took battle momentum because Tyrael's really heavily auto attack based, and all of his spells offer a lot of utility. So having them as soon as possible is really, really good for your team. Our Vala gets picked, and I just hit level 10. So we're level 10 now, and I get my heroic ability Judgment. So we should be looking to fight here, and we do. But I actually was really greedy for this play, and I didn't want to use my Judgment. I wanted to save it, and it actually cost us that kill on Malfurion, and Kael'thas goes, wow. So it's kind of my bad. But still have Judgment up, so we pushed him off, regained this mid control. Kael'thas pings the siege camp, and I knew we could do it because top shrine's theirs, bottom shrine's ours. If they try to contest it, we're all towards this bottom side of the map, so they couldn't possibly contest the bottom shrine and Dragonite us. Vala overextends a little bit, gets chased down by these guys. I finish the siege camp over here. They're doing big damage. And as soon as I get the siege camp, I see Kerrigan there, and I Judgment her, keep her in the Phoenix, and get a lot of damage on her. I try to go in on Muradin, but I'm out of mana, so I can't really do anything. And I tried to body block Anubarak here, but he was full health. So we switch back targets to these guys down here, and we actually get Malfurion here, and we get a 2-for-0 trade. So we get to push this fort, which is really good for us. So now, after we push this fort, we're 8 kills to 5 kills. This is a little bugged, but 8 kills to 5 kills and up 1 fort, so we're up by a level. And since it's really close to 13, it's actually really good for us. So I back here to get all my mana, and I try to come to push out mid so that we have this Dragonite control. And I see Kerrigan over there. I'm just here pushing out, hitting some minions, getting my spell cooldowns back up, so my Judgment's back up again from that previous fight. Should dodge into that Nuvarak pop-up, which is kind of silly, but they couldn't really capitalize on that because no follow-up. So here we see Sylvanas top trying to regain that shrine, and we all start going up, but then Sylvanas disappears, so I decided against it. I went down, and right here, I Judgment Kerrigan and Jaina Kael'thas, boom, right there. You could see how strong this initiation is, just being able to instantly blow up their carries in a team fight. So while we did that, they actually took bot shrine, and we couldn't Dragonite it again. And here's a team fight where they come in, and I use my utility spells Smite to get Jaina a speed up to get out of here. And I turn around, and we get the Anubarak. And this is really good timing because we hit 13. But Vala just kind of blows her ult there, doesn't really get anything. And so I kill this scouting drone. And I knew I could go bottom, because we were up one person, we are up 2 levels, and I have my judgment, so I can travel the map real quickly. And since I took battle momentum, I'd be able to get it up really fast by hitting these siege camps up here while they're having their team fight. So look at this cooldown right here. Look at how fast it goes down. Alright, as soon as I have it up, I mount up, start going mid. It's the aftermath of the first part of the team fight. Sylvanas just mounts here, and I just charge her as soon as I get in range, and I don't know what she was doing in that bush, but I'm grateful for it. And we got a kill, and we get the Dragonite, because we forced them off of mid. And so, that was a good cleanse from Uther, getting me out of this Kerrigan combo. That was pretty scary. Yeah, we push down mid with the Dragonite, and I'm just kind of here standing in the front with the Dragonite. Kilthos throws a really good Phoenix out to zone them. Unfortunately, it was just right out of range of this turret, so it's not doing any damage. And Kerrigan's just alt-tabbed or something right here, so we get some damage on her. But see, she comes back immediately, and I get cleansed again. Cleanses on a really short cooldown. And so at this point, we call to go top. You'll see this ping right here. So we called go top with Dragonite. Kilthos goes bottom to clear this wave. Uther comes up with us. Val is back. So we shouldn't have been staying here because it's just the 2 of us. Uther's coming. So we do some more damage. Jaina's Dragonite's about to expire, and she turns around, tries to charge, and stays here for a little bit too long. And you'll see that Uther cleansed me again. That was a really nice cleanse. I get to Eldruin Smite out because Tyrael has great escape, but Sylvanas comes up and hits this great wailing arrow, and we actually get engaged on. Vala hits a really good Rain of Vengeance as well. I tried to get Uther out, didn't happen, and we actually ended up trading Vala as well. But oh wait, we didn't trade Vala. We did trade Vala. So it was a 1-for-3 trade. But Kilthos came up in the back and sniped the Sylvanas with a flamethrower flame strike, which is really great because now all the minions are pushed up and they don't have Sylvanas to disable any of the forts. So we actually are not in a bad position even though we lost the team fight, but they can't push on us because Kilthos got that great flame strike off on Sylvanas. So let's look at our talents real quick. For level 13 and 16, I took Imposing Will and Blood for Blood. They took a lot of auto-attack base heroes because we took Jaina and Kilthos, so they were left with just the auto-attack base heroes. And so Imposing Will is really good for that because it really limits their damage potential and it lets you chase them down. And I took Blood for Blood because they're running a double warrior comp. And since the change to Blood for Blood, I'd be able to heal up a ton of health just by Blood for Blooding either one of their tanks. So Vala gets picked here by the roam gank. We see a Nubarak top though, so we knew the 4v4 fight, since we're up 2 levels, we could win this fight pretty easily. So I come up for the pincer. So does Kael'thas. Hit some minions. I Judgment the Kerrigan to bump the Malfurion back towards our team. And Nubarak's coming down right now. But after we kill Kerrigan with the lockdown, I go on to Sylvanas, and look how much she's slowed whenever she hits me with the shield, even with her evasive fire. So I stay here to zone the Malfurion and Sylvanas, and Malfurion has to stay on Sylvanas to heal her. And as soon as she's back to safety, I turn around, go back on the Nubarak, and we get that kill, and we win this teamfight convincingly. And I try to get some damage on Malfurion, but that didn't happen. Kilthos is out of mana, so he's going to want to back. And I was out of mana too, but I decided that it would be a better idea to go get the top shrine, since we killed 2 of them. I actually encountered this Sylvanas here, and she's chasing me down, but I didn't want to spend any spells to kill her, because I didn't want to waste my mana, because my mana was already really low. So they come up, Muradin jumps in, tries to stop this shrine capture, just by a little bit, and I see this chance, and I Eldruin's my over the wall to get the Sylvanas, and Jaina finishes him off, and this is way overkill, but I just charge him right there, get the kill, and we get the Dragonite. Um, I was gonna back, but I decided to go get the Dragonite because as our team's only tank, uh, we needed our carries to deal damage. So I took the Dragonite and just start marching in to their base. I didn't know what to do here because, well, we didn't have a minion line anywhere, and I wanted to go push top with Jaina. But I thought we were up 2 heroes and we're up 3 levels, so might as well just walk into their base and start doing some damage. So I start hitting the keep, and we finish off the keep. And now I really don't know what to do because now they're all up. But here you really see how strong Dragonite is, not as just a siege tool, but also as a damage source. Like I start turning around, Kerrigan jumps on me, and I turn around, and I just start hitting them. And look how much damage I'm doing to the Kerrigan. Jaina bolts up, finishes off the Kerrigan, turns around, Water Elementals right here, gets the kill on Malfurion, and we get to finish the game. So I'm still in the Dragon. Oh, I popped out. I hit level 20, I took Hardened Shield, because I'm the team's only tank, but we don't really get to see Hardened Shield in action. I mostly stay to hit the core, but then I decided to go for the low health targets whenever they're low. When my Judgment's back up, I charge Muradin and get him killed. And we just get to finish the game. And it was a good game. It was great communication for a solo queue game. I was really surprised by that. And I think this game really showcased how strong Tyrael is in this current meta with his initiation tools and his utility. And I see a lot of people defaulting to Muradin, Anubarak, and Johanna as their warrior choices. And I guess this video is here to show you that Tyrael can be a great warrior choice as well. Thank you guys for watching, and if you guys enjoy this commentary, comment below on what other heroes commentaries you would like to see, and what other content you would like to see in the future from this channel. And if you could provide some constructive feedback in the comments as well, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you guys, and have a great day.